Good morning students, this is your Sujit sir and I welcome every one of you once again to my class. In the previous class, we had discussed about the present tense and I am sure every one of you have understood the present tense very clearly. In today's class, we will discuss about the past tense. Now let us first understand students what is meant by the past tense. The past tense is used to express an action that has been completed. Therefore, any action which has taken place earlier than the speaker is describing about it is called the past tense. Now let us have a look at this picture. In this picture, we find a boy has climbed up a tree. Now when the speaker is describing about his action, the boy was already up on the tree. Therefore, the boy must have climbed up the tree earlier than the speaker is describing about it. The action of climbing up must have taken place earlier, sometime in the past. Such an action is called the past tense. Now, like present tense, there are again 4 forms of past tense. The first form of the past tense is the simple past tense. Now, what is meant by the simple past tense? It is used to express any past habit or an action that was completed before the time of speaking. It means something that has already taken place earlier than the speaker is speaking about it. So the action that took place in the past is called the simple past tense. Now let us have a look at this picture. In this picture, we find a boy has fallen down. Now when the speaker is speaking about it, the boy was already lying flat on the ground. It means the boy has fallen down earlier than the speaker is describing about him. The action took place in the past. So such an action that took place in the past may be called the simple past tense. Now let us have a look at some of the examples of simple past tense. We again have 2 kinds of sentences. One is affirmative and the other one is negative. Look at the first sentence in the simple past tense. In the affirmative, it is I fell down. In the negative, it is I did not fall down. Now one thing has to be noted here. In order to turn a sentence into negative, we have to use did not in every case. And one more thing which we should not forget is that the present form of the verb will be followed by did not. We cannot use the past form of the verb thinking that it is the past tense. We should use past form of the verb. No, it is not so. After using did not, every time we have to use the present form of the verb. We fell down, we did not fall down. You fell down, you did not fall down. They fell down, they did not fall down. He fell down, he did not fall down. So in every case, if it is simple past tense, we have to use did not in the negative sentences, followed by the present form of the verb. Now students, let us have a look at the second form of the past tense. The second form of the past tense is called past continuous tense. Now let us first understand what is meant by the past continuous tense. It is used to express an action going on at some time in the past. So the action should have taken place in the past and it must be continuing, it must be in progress. If it is such, we can call it the past continuous tense. Here in this picture, we find a boy reading a book. Let us suppose he was doing it yesterday. So yesterday, from any point of time, denotes the past time. So suppose that the boy was involved in reading. He was reading the book for some time yesterday. So it is a kind of continuous action that took place yesterday. So such an action that took place in the past and remained in progress for some time, we may call it the past continuous tense. Now let us look at some of the examples of the past continuous tense. Again, we have two kinds, the affirmative and the negative. I was reading it, I was not reading it. So how do we construct the sentence? We shall first use the be verb, that is either was or were, according to the subject, followed by the ing form of the verb. And in case of negative, only not is added after the auxiliary verb. We were reading it, we were not reading it. You were reading it, you were not reading it. He was reading it, he was not reading it. And finally, they were reading it, they were not reading it. Now let us see, students, what the third form of the past tense is. The third form of the past tense is called past perfect tense. Now what is meant by the past perfect tense? It is used to describe an action that was completed before another action took place. In other words, we can say, suppose that there took place two actions. Of those two actions, the action that had taken place earlier than the other should follow the past perfect tense. Now here in this picture, we find a passenger running after a train. The train had already departed from the station. Therefore, when the man reached the station, he found the train had already departed. Now the two actions, one the departure of the train and the other the man reached the station. Now of these two actions, the train departed first. Therefore, we should write in this way that the train had left before the man reached the station. It means the action of the departure of the train took place earlier than the action of the man reaching the station. To understand more, let us have a look at some of the examples. Now this sentence has two parts. There are two actions. One, the death of the patient, and the other, the coming of the doctor. Now when the doctor came, he found the patient was already dead. This means the patient had died earlier than the coming of the doctor. Therefore, the action denoting the death of the patient has followed the past perfect tense, and the action or the second action or the action that has taken place next has followed the simple past tense. Similarly, in the second sentence, there are two actions. One is about our returning home and the other is about the setting of the sun. Now the sun had set earlier than we returned home. So when we returned home, it was all dark because the sun had already set. So of these two actions, the action that denotes the setting of the sun has taken place earlier than we returned home. Therefore, the second part of the sentence, that is about the setting of the sun, has followed the past perfect tense, and our returning home has followed the simple past tense. Now let us see the fourth and the last form of past tense. The last form of past tense is called the past perfect continuous tense. Let us first understand, students, what is meant by the past perfect continuous tense. It is used to show an action that was continuing in the past for a certain period of time and also completed in the past. So an action which started in the past, continued for some time and then completed in the past. Such a kind of tense is called the past perfect continuous tense. Now I shall try to make you understand with the help of this image. We find a father with his son. The son is going to school. Now that the son is going to school is of course denoting present tense or present continuous tense because the action is in continuity. But if we think of the past, when the boy's father was a student and was in his age, he also used to go to school. And he used to go to school almost regularly like the boy. So when the father was of the age of his son, one day he started the process of going to school. And for many years, some 10 to 12 years, he continued the process. And probably when he passed class 12, he stopped going to school. So when he was going to school, the action was in progress and the action took place in the past time. And when he finished his course of study or when he stopped going to school, from that day to today, there is a gap of time. So there is a gap of time between when the man in his earlier life stopped going to school and today when the speaker is speaking about him. So such an action may be called the past perfect continuous tense. Now let us look at some of the examples. It had been raining for 3 hours yesterday and the rainfall continued for 3 hours. So, suppose that the rain started at 11 am, therefore it must have stopped at 2 pm, the gap of 3 hours. So, this sentence can be classified as the past perfect continuous tense. Look at this example. Our teacher had been examining copies for about a week. So for the whole week, our teacher was busy examining the copies. It was a continuous process and the process started in the past, continued for a week and came to an end exactly after a week. So this continuous action took place in the past. Therefore, we may call this to be the past perfect continuous tense. So with this, we come to the end of our discussion about the past tense. Hope there is no doubt in your mind. Thank you so much.